So today's video, my friends, is all about the JMGO N1S Ultimate. This is the flagship new model in the N1S range. It is absolutely stunning. It's packed full of brand new tech, which I'll explain to you in a few moments, but this is the type of image that it produces. I'm so excited to show you this, guys. Let's get started. Don't forget to hit the red button to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up and click the notification bell to get my next video first. So a big thanks to JMGO for sending this across ahead of the launch for me to have a look at it and bring you this video. They've not asked me to say anything good or bad about it, and all of the thoughts expressed will be my own. So the first thing to say is that this is a very familiar product from the last couple of years. The design is pretty much unchanged, but there's lots of changes on the tech inside, which I'll go on to explain in a few moments. On the back there's two HDMI ports. One of those is an HDMI eARC. There's also a USB, and there's a headphone port as well. And with the power button, that again is in the front on the bottom, which is away from the rest of the ports. Now the design of this thing is just engineered brilliantly. It's so smooth, it's so robust, it feels absolutely stunning. It's got a weight to it, mind, but it doesn't feel like it's cumbersome at all. It just feels absolutely brilliant. As well as the gimbal design, on the bottom there's a turntable so that you can position this in any direction that you want without scratching the surface that you're putting it on. The big changes with this product comes on the inside. JMGO have developed their own MAUC system, which is Microstructure Adaptive Laser Control, and this is the 2.0 version. Now, one of the big challenges with projectors is to give you high brightness, color accuracy, and maintain contrast ratio. You tend to find that some projectors would be good at one or the other, but not necessarily all three. And what JMGO have developed with the MAUC 2.0 technology is that they've combined high brightness, super high brightness at 3,500 ANSI lumens with a color accuracy of 110% of the BT 2020 color gamut, yet still maintaining a contrast ratio of 1600 to 1. And that gives you an incredibly bright, high contrast, but also super color accurate picture, which really does need to be seen to be believed. And that means what you're left with is the bright areas super bright but not overexposed, and the darker areas really dark, and the contrast is incredible. So the triple laser optic has 9 patents applied to it. It gives you 10 to 15% higher optical efficiency, and it's 40% smaller. It handles heat 10% better, and the important thing for the consumer is it has 30% lower cost. They've also developed a quad-layered diffuser lens system, which gives you incredible uniformity, and I'll show you that in a few moments, at over 95%. And with the dynamic light speckle reducer, the 96% reduction in light speckle means you're not getting any of those issues that you see on other laser projectors. And the overall result of that incredible technology is a picture which you just wouldn't really be able to believe unless you're standing in front of it. It is absolutely exceptional. And the other thing that you get is incredible brightness in a bright room. Just look how bright this room is. And that picture is just, it's just incredible. Absolutely stunning. Another thing that I've been incredibly impressed with is the sharpness of the focus. All 4 corners are crystal clear. There is just no issue at all with its clarity. It looks absolutely stunning, and it looks better than most that I've seen before. The uniformity is perfect. I couldn't see any bright areas, any dark areas, and the motion handling is fantastic too. When we talk about contrast, here is a contrast chart, and as you can see, the camera hasn't picked it up brilliantly, but if you look closely, you can see every single shade of the whites and also the blacks. So this is the world's first ultimate high brightness 4K laser projector with Google TV built in, and the convenience of that is just brilliant. The fact that you've got all of your main apps, Netflix, Prime, Apple TV, YouTube, all of them are there and working, which means that you don't have to plug anything else into this device. Sure, you can do, but you don't have to, and that means that you can take this anywhere. Netflix works perfectly, and you're streaming in 4K HDR, making everything look stunning. But it's not only the software that's great on this, it's also got that smart tech that we've come to really enjoy with the JMGO products in the past. There's the auto screen alignment, where it will send out an image, it will detect the screen, and then it will automatically fit perfectly to the screen that you've got. Now, if you don't have a screen, don't worry, because there's loads of other ways that you can customize the image. There's a brilliant zoom control so that you can zoom to the exact size space that you have. And you've also got amazing pan and rotate, so no matter what angle you're on or where you're seeing this, you can get a brilliant picture. And as you'd expect, as well as autofocus, there's also manual focus, and I did find that sometimes after the auto calibration of the keystone that a manual focus just gave me even extra sharpness. You've also got wall adaptation as well, and so therefore it will measure the colours of the wall and the screen that you're projecting it on and make sure that the screen has been adjusted to accommodate. Having that gimbal design means that you can project absolutely anywhere, and this year with auto screen alignment, as you're moving the actual projector, it will automatically adjust and reposition, straighten and focus the image perfectly. So as you drag it down back onto the screen, you don't have to do anything at all, it will automatically set it in the right place. And if you want it off at an angle, in an office, in a bedroom, then you can use it like that too. And the other huge benefit with this type of unit, because it is just a single projector with everything already built in, you can take it outside and have the ultimate home cinema experience. This screen is over 200 inches in diagonal, and the clarity, the picture is just absolutely stunning. It really is a sight to be seen. This thing sounds pretty good too. Now, if you're at all like me, then you'll probably want to make some tweaks and some changes to the picture to get it set up exactly how you wish. With the N1S Ultimate 4K, it's an absolute breeze to do this. In the display and sound settings, go into picture, and then you can go into picture mode and change it to user. Here you can choose ultra brightness if you wish, or you can just have standard brightness. You can change it to adaptive brightness so it will adapt to your environment, and you can go in and change lots of other different settings. If you go into advanced settings, for instance, then you can change the individual colors, take the reds down slightly maybe, or lower the blues, whichever you would prefer. The option is there for you, and then you've got your user settings saved, and then hopefully you've got the perfect picture that you wish. JMGO have developed a slogan for this projector which is triple laser, triple performance, and I do have to say that this is so much better than the previous versions. It just gives you a level of control and a level of picture that I've not seen on this type of triple laser projector before. It is absolutely stunning, and it doesn't really matter what environment you put it in. It is just incredible the type of image that this thing will produce. So what's not to like about it? Well, I think there's two things for me. Firstly, I think the remote. For a product this good, the remote is pretty basic. Now don't get me wrong, it does everything that you need it to do, but it would be nice to see it being backlit, and I'd like to see a better finish to the quality. And also, having those HDMI connections at the bottom of the projector means that it's still restricted in some angles. If those HDMI connections were at the top, you wouldn't have the issue. And maybe one more HDMI connection would also be pretty good. So finally, let's recap on some of those specs, and firstly, about the brightness. So I think the thing that impressed me with the brightness wasn't the number of 3,500 ANSI lumens. In fact, when I first saw that, I thought it might just be too much. But it's the way that they've managed to incorporate that brightness, but retain the contrast. It really is quite stunning. And the colour accuracy at 110% of the BT 2020 colour gamut is pretty much perfect. Another thing that I haven't mentioned, but has been the same on previous projectors from JMGO, is that this runs almost silently at up to 26 decibels. It is quite incredible. It's absolutely bang full of tech. It is just a stunning piece of kit. If you do get the chance to see one in action, well then I think that you'll have your wallet open. This really is one of the best projectors that we've seen this year. I'm absolutely blown away with it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and is this going to be on your list to purchase this year? Thanks for watching this video, my friends, and I really look forward to seeing you on the next.